Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome. Good morning.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Skanda Prabhu. So today, a very auspicious day. All right. So today is a day that is a celebration of Balaram Purnima. And the date today is 19th August 2024, Monday. So we gathered here to speak on Bhagavad Gita chapter 6. Is very important chapter. Okay. Here in this chapter, what we're going to learn, the differentiation between the demoniac nature and the divine nature. Okay. Sometimes we think that we are doing some philanthropic work, doing some charity, and what they call, it's considered a divine work, right? So that means I'm such a good Samaritan and I'm trying to help people, by giving them food and all these things. So here is a distinction. Okay. So what is that divine nature and what is demonic nature? Okay. So that's the thing that we're going to discuss today on chapter 16. And if you have noticed, time is flying very fast, right? Just started like as though we just started the program. Now we're already in chapter 16 and tomorrow will be chapter 17 and chapter 18. I need to divide into two. All right. Because it is a vast chapter. And of course, there's lots of description to go. But anyway, I'll try. Maybe if I can synchronize all into one in that one day. All right. So we are already towards the end. And I believe that most of you have already got some kind of realization, some kind of conviction. Okay. So before we start, is there anything that you like to share? Any takeaway, any realization since yesterday? Anyone? Okay. So that means, yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu?
Yeah, yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Good morning, Hare Krishna. Remember, you told us that you cannot attain, if you go to the Brahma Jyoti, you have to come back before you go up again.
Yes.
But then, can you have a look? If you have Bhagavad Gita with you, can we go to page 748?
Page 748.
Yeah. 708.
708.
Chapter 14.
708, chapter 18. You're talking about chapter 14, verse?
The last chapter, last verse, Prabhu.
14, last verse.
Ending verse already, Prabhu.
27.
Yeah.
Okay. Brahmano hi pratistaham amritasya
Page 708 now.
No, but in my Bhagavad Gita, it shows 617.
There he is put here, Prabhu. The four Kumaras were situated first in the impersonal Brahman. Okay, Babu? It's just before the end now. One paragraph before the end.
Oh, the last paragraph. Oh, okay. Okay, let me see. The living entity, although Brahman by nature, has the desire to lord over the material world. That's the one, right?
Yeah, Babu.
In this constitutional position, a living entity is above the three modes of material nature, but association with material nature entangles him in a different modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So due to the association of these three modes, his desire is dominated by material world. Is there. By engagement in devotional service in full Krishna consciousness, he is immediately situated in transcendental position and his unlawful desire to control material nature is removed. Therefore, the process of devotional service beginning from hearing, chanting, and remembering the prescribed 9 methods for realizing devotional service should be practiced in the association of devotees. Gradually, by such association, by the influence of the spiritual master, one's material desire to dominate is removed, and one becomes firmly situated in Lord's transcendental living service. This method is prescribed from the 22nd 22nd to the last verse of this chapter. Devotional service to the Lord is very simple. One should always engage in service of the Lord, should eat the remnant of to the deity, smell the flowers offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, see the places where the Lord has his transcendental pastime, read the different activities of the Lord. His reciprocation of love with his devotees, chant always the transcendental vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and observe the fasting days commemorating the appearance or disappearance of the Lord and his devotees. By following such process, one will become completely detached from all material activities. One can thus situate himself in Brahma Jyoti, or the different varieties of the Brahman conception is equal to the Supreme Personality in quality. Okay. So the question you're asking is, if we are there, then we are coming back. That's your question, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what Prabhupada is mentioning here, by following such a process, okay, one becomes completely detached from material activities. So far, so good? That means
Yeah.
we
Prabhu, I'm not able to follow you, Prabhu. We are reading the 14th chapter, Prabhu.
Yeah.
And the second last paragraph.
Yes, correct.
When you start with the beginning of the purport is what, Prabhu? Constitutional Brahman.
Yeah. The constitution of Brahman is immortality, imperishability, eternity, and happiness.
Yeah, carry on, Prabhu.
Okay. So now,
No, Prabhu. Keep on reading, Prabhu. Keep on reading.
Which one?
Same thing here. You started, Prabhu.
Okay. Now the question you asked is, like the day I said, if you leave, if you go to Brahma Jyoti, you remain there and you come back.
Yeah.
So now you're asking, how is it? Because here.
No, Prabhu. Can I read for a short while for you?
Yeah, sure.
The constitutional position, the constitution of Brahman is immortality, imperishability, and eternity, and happiness. Brahman is the beginning of transcendental realization. Paramatma, the super soul, and is the middle and second stage of transcendental realization. And the Supreme Personality Godhead is the ultimate realization of absolute truth. Therefore, both Paramatma and the impersonal Brahman are within the Supreme Person.
Yeah.
It's explained in the 7th chapter that material nature is the manifestation of the inferior energy of the Supreme Lord. And the Lord impregnates the inferior material energy nature with material nature with the spiritual. No, sorry, again. The Lord impregnates the inferior material nature with fragments of the spiritual nature, and that is a spiritual touch to the material nature.
Okay.
When a living entity conditioned by this material nature begins cultivation of spiritual knowledge, he elevates himself from the position of material existence and gradually rises up to Brahman conception of the Supreme. This attainment of the Brahman conception of life is the first stage in self-realization. At this stage, the Brahman realized person is transcendental to the material position. But he's not actually perfect in Brahman realization.
Okay.
If he wants, he can continue to stay in the Brahman position and then gradually rise to the Paramatma realization and then to realization of the Supreme God. What does that mean, Prabhu?
Okay. If he wants, he can continue to stay in Brahman position and then gradually rise up to the Paramatma realization.
Yeah.
It says
Paramatma and then later Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes,
that
correct.
means he's already spiritual, no, Prabhu?
Yes.
He's already gone to the spiritual sky.
Okay. Let me explain to you.
I'm sorry if I'm troubling you, Prabhu.
No problem, Prabhu. Come on. Today to discuss this is very, very auspicious. Okay, anyway. Now, okay, you can see the whiteboard?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this whiteboard, okay, where is it? Oh, okay, see. Now we see this is the entire Brahma Jyoti. Okay.
Yeah.
So this entire Brahma Jyoti, it is actually manifestation from Krishna body. It's just like an aura. In other words, just for the easy understanding, is aura.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Brahma Jyoti is spiritual by nature because it's coming from the Krishna's body. Okay. And there's another nature, which is the shadow. This is the material world. Okay. And this nature is also comes from Krishna. This nature is also comes from Krishna. Okay. So the difference is this is inferior. inferior nature, or in other words, what we call material
Nature.
or we also can call it as external
Energy.
of Krishna, right? That's what Krishna says, yes or not?
Yeah.
Called the external energy. So what Krishna says, even these inferior material nature, which is external, sorry for the wrong spelling, external energy is still his energy. Yes or not?
Yeah.
Okay, we understand from that. That means we understand this, even this dark material nature is still his energy, but it's inferior or is external.
Yeah.
So now the step one that what we are doing is we are trying to realize Brahman. Okay. So step one, step one, from this inferior material nature, we come to the realization of this Brahma Jyoti. Okay.
Yeah.
It's called okay. This is called Brahma Jyoti. And this Brahma Jyoti is also still spiritual by nature. Okay. So step one, when we start to grow in bhakti, we come to the level of Brahma Jyoti. Okay. Step two, what we do, then from Brahma Jyoti, we go to that external part of this thing is called Paramatma. And from Paramatma realization, then you go to the real understanding of Krishna as the individual, as a supreme person. You got it, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Okay, this is step one.
Two.
This is step two. And this is step three. Okay?
Yeah.
So step one is Brahma Jyoti. That means now we are trying to become a devotee, we are chanting, we are this thing. So now we come to the level of Brahma Jyoti. That's the first step. Then after that, when we start to practice, we start to go for self-realization studies. That means we are going into the Paramatma realization, step two. Okay. So when we start to engage in devotional service, we come to the step three, which is the personal realization or personal service to Krishna. Okay. Now, when you look at this, this place here, where was it? The attainment of Brahma. There's an example of this. F4. Okay. The attainment of Brahma conception is the first stage of self-realization.
Yeah.
Okay. That in the distinction, the attainment of the Brahman conception is the first step of self-realization. That means from this darkness, this thing, we are coming to the realizing Brahma Jyoti, which is the aura. It is the first stage of self-realization. Okay. At this stage, the Brahman realized person is transcendental to the material position. That means this person who have achieved here, it is transcendental, is better than in darkness. You got it, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Okay, this is what Prabhupada's purpose. But he said, but he is not actually perfect in Brahman realization. So even though he's here, he still have not perfected his Brahman realization. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now we follow. If he wants, example, if he wants, he can continue to stay in Brahman position. That means if he wants, he can just remain here.
Yeah.
Remain in Brahma Jyoti, Brahman realization. That means what? Just being a devotee, which is not so rare. I mean, is devotee offers food, is not directly involved.
Yeah.
And what we call them? They call them as neophyte.
Prabhu?
Neophyte devotees.
Okay, okay.
Neophytes, right? That means the first step devotee. So if you
Yeah.
want, you can remain there, even it's not perfect.
Yeah.
You got it, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Okay. And gradually, then from there, if you want, but after that, he gradually can even what they call, he can upgrade himself to Paramatma realization. If you want, he can remain here. If not, he also can, from here, he can gradually promote himself to Paramatma realization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will
And
that be
then,
Madhyama Adhikari, Prabhu?
no. We don't say that, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Madhyama
Okay.
Adhikari are very advanced. I'm just giving an example like neophyte. I mean, just a beginner devotees.
Okay.
We don't use the word Madhyama and what they call neophyte, Madhyama and Uttama. We don't speak it. I'm just giving an example, neophyte, just for just for the realize. Kanista means starting. You know, sometimes when you see in Ayyappan, they when the first time when they put the mala, they call as Kannisami.
Yeah.
Kannisami means starting. They are only starting.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So Kanista. So that means they first step from the darkness of ignorance, he come to Brahma Jyoti. He can remain there if he wants. But this position is not perfect. Then after that, he can gradually from here can come to the realization of Paramatma. Okay. And then to the realization of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then from here, he can come to this level. Okay, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is called Jnana Yoga. This is called Dhyana Yoga. You understand, Prabhu?
It means
Dhyana.
when they realize Paramatma, Prabhu.
Paramatma is Dhyana, meditation.
Yeah, well, it's meditation. Mystic yoga, Prabhu.
Mystic Yoga, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Prabhu.
Dhyana, that means they sit and meditate to realize the Paramatma.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay, so good.
So this is Jnana Yoga, that means knowledge. From the knowledge, you know Krishna, the Supreme Personality, and all this theoretically, you know all this theoretically.
Yeah.
Then after that, you can also go to the Paramatma level, number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, which is not this thing. So then after that, from there, now once you start to apply this Jnana and Dhyana, when you apply this meditation and knowledge, then you start to realize, then you can come to the level of realization of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna.
Okay.
Okay, Prabhu?
Very good.
Okay. So now after that, we continue with this phrase. There are many examples of this in Vedic literature. The 4 Kumaras were situated first in impersonal Brahman conception of truth. So the first thing, the Kumaras, the sons of Brahma, first they saw the light. They're wondering what is that. So that means step 1, they remain in this Brahman conception. But then they gradually rose to the platform of devotional service. Okay. Are you following me, Prabhu?
Yeah, very much. Very good, Prabhu.
Okay. Then after that, he says, Prabhupada says, one who cannot elevate himself. What happens if those people who struggle, they cannot elevate himself beyond the impersonal conception of Brahma? That means they cannot come out from number 1. They cannot go to number 2 or number 3. They just remain here. They are satisfied being number 1. Right? Runs the risk of falling down. Can you see that?
Yeah, very good. Good. Now I got it.
So that means when this person who cannot elevate himself, he has a chance of falling down back to his darkness.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu?
Yeah.
So it's stated that although a person may rise to the stage of impersonal Brahman without going further, that means come here and stick here.
Yeah.
With information of the Supreme Person, it's considered his intelligence is not perfectly.
Yeah.
Therefore, in spite of being raised in the Brahman platform, there is a chance of falling down. Yeah. Jai.
Thank you
So,
very much.
what we understand
time,
from the darkness.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the question. Excellent question. Very good. I also learn a lot. Thank you.
Yes. No, that's why we are from the darkest situation. We are from the darkness of ignorance. We are here. And okay, I just put this one. This is much clearer. All right. So we are in this darkest region. And from there, we are somewhere or other learn something and we stay here. So all these things are theory. Theoretical knowledge, it's not applicable even in our personal life. We cannot love our wife theoretically. We cannot love our children theoretically. We cannot love the country theoretically. Yes or not? We cannot love our parents theoretically. Oh, you're my father, so I have to love you. It's not theory. It is practical. So that means through the theory, they come to this because Krishna is fully transcendental. And everything about him is transcendental. Even you study about him in a very theoretical way, it also gives you lots of pleasure. But when the person remains like this, just like example, like when you look at these professors who teach Bhagavad Gita, the study of Indology in Harvard and Oxford and Yale and all these places, right? So all the professors who teach, they are from this and they are remaining in Brahmajyoti. They are not becoming a devotee because they are always following this theoretically. So they remain here and after that, they can back to the darkest ignorance. That's why all these meditative yogis who want to go and merge into Brahmajyoti can never last there. They lose their individuality. And after that, they come back. So then after that, the second process, of course, to learn Paramatma. Okay, what is inside my heart? Chaitya Guru. All right, Jnana Yoga. And this is at last we call Bhakti Yoga. So what Krishna is actually stressing, what Krishna is stressing here, that is, from here, I give you an opportunity to straightaway jump here. Why you want to follow the step-by-step process? When I, as a Supreme Personality, giving you such an opportunity, why not take it? Because I have the authority. Krishna has the authority to give you such opportunity. Nobody else, no living entity can come and tell you can do this. But when Krishna himself come and tell you, that's Bhagavad Gita. I say, why you want to follow this? Why not get rid of this? Then get rid of this. And straight away jump to this. I'll tell you how. So that is Bhagavad Gita is all about. Thank you, Prabhu, for such a wonderful question.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, Vaishnava, Kripadas, for asking this question. And I'm glad to hear this answer from Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yes, Dito.
That's why asking question is very important because you know why?
But I took a lot of your time, Prabhu.
Oh, no, not at all. See, before I start, I'm just looking for some inspiration where to start from, and you have inspired me. That's why I'm telling you, Bhagavad Gita is beautiful, and Prabhupada's explanation is tremendous. And whatever things that Prabhupada is explaining is the conclusion of the entire Vedic literature. That's why the pen drive I'm telling you, that pen drive is something that you listen to the lecture of Prabhupada, everything is given. And Cheong Prabhu, are you there? Cheong Prabhu? Zoom user, are you Cheong Prabhu, right? All right, okay. Let him respond later. So that's the thing. So today is Balaram Purnima. On this day to discuss Bhagavad Gita, especially that's why during my class, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, the RC Mataji called and spoke to me, and she said, "We are sitting on Canto 1 for the last 2 years." Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu. But
that RC Mataji called and told me, sitting on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1 for the last 2 years.
he goes, when he talks, he talks very thoroughly. The classes are very thorough.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because we are following Prabhupada's word. That means we are not reading. We are study in detail.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, with that note, okay, let's start our program today on chapter 16, the divine and the demonic nature. It is very, very important. We must know where are we channeling our energy. Even our energy in the name of good deed, but if it's channeled to the wrong place, it has an adverse effect. All right, it has an adverse effect. So after understanding this chapter, it's not that we are trying to discourage you from doing this kind of charity, which is not worth it, not worthwhile. Okay, but I am just referring to what Krishna is actually saying, that what, when, where, and your charity should be channeled. Okay, and what are the sacrifices in your ashram? Example, if you are a sannyasi, if you are a grihastha, and how, and vanaprastha and brahmachari. So how you should channel your energy and how you should channel your your charity and all these things, sacrifices is mentioned in this verse. All right. So before we start, let's pay our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada and all the previous Acharya, and to Sri Krishna, Radha Krishna, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and all the Panchatattva, and all the host of devotees in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. All right. So let's we recite this verse. But today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain to you. Hey, what is it? Got a missed call? Call me in the morning. Okay. So I am going to explain to you the mantras that we are chanting. All right. Number one. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, who has opened my eyes, okay, which were blinded by the darkness of ignorance with the torchlight of knowledge. Without the mercy of the Guru, it is not possible for us to be here, to speak, and to be inspired. Okay, so the first mantra says that I offer my respectful obeisances. First, we are offering a respectful obeisances to our spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada. Then, second, Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. One of the key devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are called as the 6 Goswamis, and he aided by Rupa Goswami. All right? Rupa Goswami is one of the great Acharya who actually written all these, translate and give commentary on all that the Vedic literature according to that Prema Bhakti. Okay, he was Malik. He was born as a Brahmana, but he worked in the court of the Muslim ruler, the king. Okay, and in those days, if a Brahmana go and work with a Muslim ruler, they'll be like outcast, so they was pushed aside. Okay, and he was such a great scholar, and eventually he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And of course, there is one chapter, I think in Madhya Lila, they'll be speaking, he'll be advising, teaching. Okay, Rupa Goswami in Ramakil. Okay, we have studied this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Chaitanya Charitamrita, you know this. So in this verse, Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam. It says, when will Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet. So we are seeking a shelter from Rupa Goswami, who has established the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya. So what we are doing here is the missionary work to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, because Lord Chaitanya says, if you born as an Indian, in Chaitanya Charitamrita is mentioned, if you are born as an Indian, you should take the challenge of propagating this devotional service, especially the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, to every corner of the world. He says, like yesterday, Trivikram Prabhu was talking. I don't know how many of you was there. Trivikram Prabhu was mentioning, Trivikram Prabhu is a Chinese devotee. He is telling every Indian must take up this commitment. Okay. And so that's the thing. So if we are given a body of an Indian, okay, we have to take this mission and to spread this mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. I mean, Chaitanya, I forgot the verse. So, and so it's in our commitment that we should go around and installing Srimad Bhagavad Gita in every houses. Okay. Then what happened to CS Prabhu and Chang Prabhu is a Chinese body devotee. It's not that. So Chinese body devotee, even if you are a devotee, even every living entity has to go out and get this thing done, because that's a commitment. Okay. We are actually assisting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and assisting Rupa Goswami. Of course, we are not in the level of assisting. We are just trying our best. You know, when the most important is sincerity matters. When Lord Ram was building the bridge, there's all big monkeys were throwing the boulders into the ocean, building them. And there was a simple little squirrel trying to push some pebble into the water. And Hanuman will be looking at it and say, hey, you don't come stand in front, you'll be crushed to death. You know, you as a small little squirrel, What can you do? You'll make fun. And Lord Ram says, no, it's not that. The thought that matters. And you know what Lord Ram did? He took the squirrel and he pat on the back. The same pat, other devotees, they didn't get it. All right. So that's the thing. So that is that the what they call the blessings. Okay. So we as like a small squirrel, we try to do a little, and Krishna really pays attention. Okay. Then the third one is Mangalacharan. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha. Now this is very interesting. So the word Guru is your personal Guru. Gurun is plural. Singular and plural. So Guru is singular. You are referring to your Guru. And Gurun, when there's an N at the back, we are referring to all the spiritual masters, all the preceptors. Okay. So here in this translation, it says, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Guru, and all the other preceptors of the path of devotional service, Gurun. So we are paying obeisances to all the Vaishnava Acharyas from now and time immemorial, from the future and the backward, everybody. We are offering our obeisances. That means and to all other preceptors on the path of devotional service. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas and unto the 6 Goswamis, including Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and their associate. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Advaita Acharya, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all his devotees, headed by Srivas Thakur. I then offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, Srimati Radharani, and all the gopis, headed by Lalita and Visakha. So that is that invocation prayer that we are doing every day. Okay. So now we understand the meaning. So now we can do it with full heart. Okay. Let's do it again. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Paditanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swami Tinamini Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayini Gaura Kada Damadaya Nagra Gramatarini Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasachari Starini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Hare Krishna. So we continue. Okay. So we continue our program. Chapter 16, the glorious chapter. So ISKCON Malaysia, in collaboration with ISKCON Ipoh Bhakti Yoga Center, proudly presents Gita Gyan, the essence of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16. Let's take darshan from this beautiful deity. This is ISKCON Vrindavan. Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Garatase Namaha. When you see on the left is Nityananda Prabhu, who is also a Balaram. Okay, so today is Krishna Balaram, and today is the Balaram's appearance day, and it's very auspicious to study Bhagavad Gita. If possible, you also can fast half day, but the most important is today make use of this full opportunity to chant Hare Krishna, and get the full blessings of Lord Balaram, who is our Adi Guru, our original Guru. Okay, Sri Sri Krishna. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya. So today we dedicate a program to our glorious spiritual master, the ever glorious spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And also this program is inspired by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, his governing body commission, and also a spiritual master, and dedicate to my ever glorious His Grace Anari Jagannath Prabhu of Bangalore ISKCON Shishadipuram, the creator of the brainchild and essence of Gita program worldwide. Not a day that I'm not mesmerized and I'm not so thankful to him. Imagine the amount of intelligence that Krishna actually revealed to him. It is not an ordinary feat. Just to make the slide in a simplified, but in a very powerful way, that within 18 days, we have seen that so much of transformation start happening in many people's life. Okay, so my obeisances to his lotus feet. Let's look at today's Gita Mahatmya. Gita Padam Cha Shavanam Ya Karoti Dine Dine Krattavo Vajimedaya Krittastena Sadakshinaha. So what in this Mahatmya says is Vaishnava Tantra Sara, verse 25, is by Krishna. He's telling great sacrifice such as Ashwamedha. Ashwamedha is a very big sacrifice. All right? It is not possible. Okay? Example, you can, when you are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, I think it's somewhere the last chapter. Okay, they'll be talking about after the war, after that Mahabharat war, Yudhishthira wanted to do the sacrifice, wanted to do this Ashwamedha. And for the Ashwamedha sacrifice, he had no money. He has not enough money. Even though he had so much of wealth in his safe, all right, like Bank Nagara, in his what they call, what is the word they call? Treasury. He had so much of money in the treasury, but still he had not enough. And that's when they will Arjuna will be going and to all the places to bring wealth to do this Ashwamedha. It's a very, very costly kind of sacrifice. Only can be done a person who wants to proclaim himself as emperor. What is emperor? First thing, there is a king who rules a place, and the emperor who rules many kings. Okay, emperor. That means the emperor is the one that he has many prefectures. That means he has many small states and this thing, and he's the emperor. Okay, he's the emperor means he has so many kings under his reign. Okay, so and those who wants to be an emperor only do Ashwamedha. Okay, then he says the great sacrifice such as Ashwamedha, along with their remuneration, yes, very costly, among their salaries to the Brahmanas and all this. And what Krishna says are naturally achieved by one who daily hears and recites the Gita. How glorious! How glorious! Everything is naturally achieved just by one daily hears and recites the Gita. So please, daily recites. And what is the result? Okay, what is the result of this great Ashwamedha sacrifice? You will be undefeatable. You cannot be defeated. You will be very powerful. You will be very strong. By the same time, of course, Bhagavad Gita will make you humble. Right? If you don't take up that humbleness or the real teachings of Bhagavad Gita, you may get carried away, because it's really guaranteed. If you study Bhagavad Gita, you're going to be very, very powerful, right? So, but of course we understand now. Okay, I'm going to consider like I've done Ashwamedha Yagya, but oh yes, I'm such a great person. Don't go and show off, and Krishna will kick you. Pang. He said, you still never learn. Huh? He will just like go, right? So that's the thing. Now let's look at this place, the understanding of Bhagavad Gita. When Sanatan Goswami asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the Swarup. Okay. Wait, 1 second. Right. So, when Sanatan Goswami asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the Swarupa of every living being. Swarupa means the original form. Okay. The original form of all, okay. The Swarupa of all living beings. Okay. Of all living beings, the Lord replied that the Swarupa, okay, what is Swarupa? We have studied before, but again I'll say, what is that? The constitutional position, right, of the living being is to rendering the service to the Supreme Personality. Okay. The real Swarupa is rendering the service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we analyze the statement of Lord Chaitanya, we can easily see that every living being is every, okay, the word every we highlight. So the every living being is constantly engaged in rendering service to another living being. Okay. We are always serving others. Okay. A living being serves the various living beings in various capacities. By doing so, the living entity enjoys the life. Okay, example. Okay, when you see a line, what they call an operator serves the line leader. The line leader serves the supervisor. Supervisor, and the supervisor serves the manager. The manager serves the general manager. The general manager serves the board of directors. The board of directors serves the chairman. The chairman serves the president. And the president go home, serves the wife and children. So there's no way you can run away from serving others. All right. If we are working with the government, we are called as a government servant. The servant to the people. All right. So that's the thing. So we cannot run away. So that is the constitutional position. So a living being serves other living beings in various capacities. Okay. By doing so, the living beings enjoys life. All right. The lower animals serve human being as a servant, serves their master. As A serves B, B serves C, C serves D, and so on. Under these circumstances, we can see that one friend serves another friend. The mother serves the son. The wife serves the husband. The husband serves the wife, and so on. If we go on searching in this spirit, we will be seeing that there is no exception in the society of living beings of the to the active service. A politician presence is manifesto. Okay, during the election, a present is manifesto. No, sorry, present. Present is manifesto. I will do this, I will do that. For the public to convince them of the capacity of his service. The voters therefore give the politician their valuable votes, thinking that he will render valuable service to the society. The shopkeeper serves the customer, and the artisan serves the capitalist. The capitalist serves the family, and the family serves the state in the terms of eternal capacity of the living being. In this way, we can see that no living being in this is exempt from rendering service to another living being. Thus, therefore, we can safely conclude that service to the constant companion of the living being, and that is rendering of the service, is eternal religion of the living being. So with that understanding, let's start with the chapter 16, the divine and the demoniac nature. So let's look at verse 16, 1 to 3. Chapter 16, text 1 to 3. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Shangshuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Dhanam Damascha Yaknascha Swadhyayasta Parjavam ahimsa satyam akrodas tyaga shantir apaishunam daya bhuteshvalu luptvang mardavam hrir achapalam teja shama driti shaucham adroho nati manita bhavanti sampradam daiving abhijatasya bharata. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belongs to that godly divine nature. So now let's look at this. So Krishna okay. Yes. Okay. Now, okay. Now, okay. So what Krishna explained here? Let's go one by one. Number one. Okay, number one. The Supreme Personality says, number one is fearlessness. What is fearlessness? Fearlessness is something that once we understand our constitutional position, okay, and we understand that nothing is what they call nothing in this world can actually harm us, and we fully depend on Krishna. It is the quality of fearlessness. And who are the people who are really fearless? Is sannyasi. When a person have accepted sannyas way of life, who have taken a renunciation, he doesn't take anything for himself. He do not even need to think the place he's going to sleep or what is the food next he's going to eat. Right? So he's always fearless. He's always what they call, he always depends on Krishna for everything. Okay? That's why they call sannyasi, fearlessness. Purification of one's intelligence. What is that purification of one's intelligence? Sorry, one's existence. So the purification of one's existence is like when we start to practice our bhakti, when we are purifying our existence. Remember that day Brahma Jyoti we were talking, how that existence all can be purified. Okay, that's the second. Third is cultivation of spiritual knowledge, very important. So cultivation of spiritual knowledge. That means we are cultivating our spiritual knowledge by studying and reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are cultivating. All right. Charity. So what type of charity is this? Charity that performed especially by, so cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control. All these comes for the grihastha or the married people. So that means the charity means, it says, when a person has more money, according to Varna Ashram, okay, Varna Ashram, a brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasi. Brahmachari is a student, grihastha is a married man, vanaprastha is retired, sannyasi means the renounced. Out of these four people, only grihastha is working. Grihastha is working, make money to maintain his family. And others like brahmachari, vanaprastha, sannyasi don't work because brahmachari means student, he doesn't work. Vanaprastha means he have given up everything and is looking for absolute truth. Vana means jungle, forest. Vanaprastha, dweller. All right, he have retired from everything. That means he's no more thinking of making money. And sannyasi gives up everything, renounce everything. He always lives in fearlessness. Okay, so as a grihastha, as a married person, we should offer our charity to maintain the other three class of people. So what is the standard according to Rupa Goswami? It is 50% of our income has to be offered to the society in order to maintain the other 3 ashram and also to propagate our Krishna conscious movement, a missionary work. Right? When you talk about 50%, what? Are you sure? That's a standard. But if you can't get at least something, you cannot keep the money for yourself because you're going to suffer the consequences. So when you offer in charity, so that charity is not given to the drunkards or given to the beggar. That charity has to be given to a devotee or to the movement, right? Even you can do the charity by giving away Bhagavad Gita, sponsoring. But Sastra Dhanam. Sastra means book, literature. Dana means it is what they call charity. All right? So like that. Self-control. Self-control means even a grahastha is married and living with a wife, he still have to maintain his control. It is not like, even though that married means we have first license to legal sex. If it's not, it's become illicit. If it's not legal, it's illicit, sinful. Now we legalize it by the blessings of the elders, by the blessings of 33 million devatas, by the blessings of Krishna, the priest and everything. Okay, they bless us. Now go ahead and create a family, right? But that also you must be within the jurisdiction, not simply whenever you feel like it. All right, self-control. Then after that, performance of sacrifice. The sacrifice has to be performed. What is the performance sacrifice? The food that you eat and everything, give it in sacrifice, offering. So then study of the Vedas. Okay. So now you can ask question, what is cultivation of spiritual knowledge and study of the Vedas? So cultivation of spiritual knowledge means what you have learned, you practice, cultivating. But here it says study of the Vedas. Austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness. All this is the quality for brahmacharis and vanaprasthas. Okay, we have to be austere. That means we do not demand something which is very advanced. We just try to keep it simple. Eventually, simple life pays well. The guy who lives in the village are more peaceful than the guy who lives in a bungalow. Yes or not? Sometimes, I don't know whether you'll have experienced that or not. Sometimes when we go back to that village, all right, the old village, or we go to that estates, we see them, we say, wow, these are the people really happy. Even though that we have money, we have fame, we have everything, we have a car, we live in a brick house, but we are not living in a very peaceful way. And we have to hire a security guard to protect us from other human beings. We have to set the, what they call, and we don't trust the security now. We even put up the CCTV camera all around. If you have a maid, you have to put a CCTV camera. Other than her room, everywhere you have to set your CCTV camera. Don't know whether the maid going to whack your children or going to do the like that. I went to my cousin's house, so shocked. I said, we were sitting in that, and said, my cousin is working in oil rig, offshore. I went to his house in Sungaptani. So while then suddenly he called me. I said, hey, how come this place is calling me? I said, hey, I'm in your house. Yeah, I know. I said, how did you know? I just came as a surprise. Nobody knows. Yeah, I'm seeing you. You're seeing me? How come? I thought you're oil rig. No, there's a CCTV camera on top. I'm seeing you. He said, look at the camera and talk so I can see your face. Oh my God. I said, why you need to put that? No lah, got made in the house, no? Dining table, right? So he said, other than bathroom and other than her what they call, her room, that's you see, everywhere is fully CCTV camera. What kind of this? Okay. So that's the thing. So simplicity pays well. When you're living a simple life, there's no problem at all. Non-violence. Okay. If you, that means non-violence, you don't get into this kind of job that will create problem. Truthfulness. It's always easy to be a truthful person. I give you one example. Okay, in my life experience, I was a businessman before, dealing in heavy machinery and spare parts. Sometimes I buy a good, which is a generator from Japan. I was importer. I go and buy a generator, and that said, until it reached Malaysia, it cost me something like 50 ringgit. Because I bring one container, when I just average it, that generator cost me around 50 ringgit. Once the generator comes to Malaysia, when someone wants to buy, I sell it at 15,000 ringgit. Buy it at 50, sell at 15. And that also considered very cheap. When my father heard that, my father, after he retired, he was with me, he was very upset. He's telling, why are you cheating? I said, this is not cheating, this is business. No, but at least don't, I said, Pa, if you're going to stay with me, I'm going to go bankrupt. You just go and sit inside. Don't come in front. So I was such a nasty person before as a businessman, right? Then my father always not happy. And at the time that he was about to leave the body, okay, 1 day before, 2 days before he left the body, right, he had a larynx cancer, so he couldn't speak. So he make the sound, the kind of sound like that, something like that. So when he makes the sound, I know, oh, he's calling me. All right, in the hospital, so I was at the waiting area, but he make the sound so loud until I can hear. I went there. I say, yes. He just took a paper and he just wrote something to me. You know, he said, to be honest is the toughest thing to do in life, but it's worth it. That was his final instruction. Then after that, he went into deep sleep. The next day he died. So he wrote that to be honest is the most toughest thing to do in life, but it's worth it. When he told that, I didn't understand. But later, as we go on, so being truthfulness, all right, you always remain life without guilt. And to tell a lie, you need to have lot of argument. You have to create you have to use your creative mind to manipulate and to express the thing as though it's really good. I mean, you are justifying your lie. It takes so much of creative intelligence, which is such a waste of time. So being truthfulness is very simple. People may not like it, but it's worth it. Freedom from anger. If you are truthful, there's no, you basically won't get angry, right? Freedom from anger. Renunciation. Renunciation means we know that I am the servant of God. This body is not mine. All right. So always, even though I'm engaged in family life, in business life, in social life, but I remain renounced. All right. Tranquility. Okay. Okay. Before tranquility, let's talk about. Okay. What is tranquility? Yeah. Yes, we have an English teacher here. Mataji, what is tranquility? How to say that? Tranquility. Okay. Tranquility means you are calm. Okay, your tranquility, yes, that's the word. Calmness. You are very calm. Okay. You are calm, okay, and peaceful. Tranquility. Aversion to fault finding. Very, very important. Aversion to fault finding means that means you refrain yourself from finding fault. How we can refrain that? We must understand we are born in Kali Yuga. Every one of us has a fault. Sometimes we find fault in a devotee. Why this fellow talking like this? Why the fellow is acting like that? It's something which is no good. Because we are all Kali Yugas. We are trying our best to be fearless. We are trying our best to purify our existence. We are trying our best to cultivate spiritual knowledge. We are trying our best to give charity and self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, right? And trying to be tranquility. We are all trying our best. So in that process, sometimes there will be a situation where we make mistake. So that's what Krishna says. Out of all the things that seems that you can do as a devotee, of course, as a devotee, you are considered like almost a sinless person. But there's one thing I cannot tolerate. When you blaspheme or find fault in a devotee. Krishna says, I will never agree to that. If you are a perfect person, you find fault is fine enough. You yourself is full of fault. You're trying to find fault with others. That means what? You are a hypocrite. Remember in Bhagavad Gita, in many places that we say, because you are very dear to me, because you are you are my dear friend, all right? Because you are always surrendered to me, I'll reveal this knowledge because you are my dear friend. I reveal this knowledge to you because you are my dear. You are my dear friend, dear, what they call another word, a devotee or something like that. Many times people, Krishna says, right? When you're truthful to me and all this. So that means when you are fault finding, when you have so much of fault, you are in the level of hypocrite. Hypocrisy is something Krishna can never tolerate. Krishna revealed the knowledge to Arjuna because he's sincere, because he's very dear, because he's his best friend. All right, because you have surrendered to me, all these things. So opposite of all this is what? Hypocrisy. So you have to be very careful. If you are not happy, just think Krishna and just walk away. Simple as that. You are not losing anything. And that person may think, see, I talked to him, the fly, chase him, the fly run away. Let him have the pleasure to think whatever he wants. But you are studying Bhagavad Gita in a detailed way. So now we can practice. That's what I'm saying. Keep the journal with you. I hope that you all have started journaling. Write the journal. What have you done today? Check and balance. Oh, I have been a hypocrite today. What situation that made you a hypocrite? If that situation happens tomorrow, I know. Then you say, hey, the same situation happened yesterday and I acted hypocritically. And now the thing has said, so what I do? I just going to be self-controlled and I just going to be just remain and just walk off. So you're checking and balance. Compassion for all living entities. All living entities, including to even the ant. All right. My house is always infested with these cockroaches and snails, and I kill them every day. Right? I don't have a choice because it's coming and terrorizing this thing. I tried all means and this thing. So one day when I sprayed this thing and I saw the way they die, and I felt so bad. So after studying Bhagavad Gita and all this, so I start to realize I should not kill them. But I pray to Krishna. Okay, dear cockroach, because in cockroach there's a Paramatma there. Of course, you're not worshipping cockroach. You're just thinking in your heart, please go away. I do not want to kill you. At least catch it and throw somewhere else. All right, so like that. Unless you are exposed to this kind of rat and all these things. But you can kill snake. When you see a snake, you can kill it. Even the acharyas have said, snakes are very envious living entity. All right, you kill a snake is no sin. But don't go look for the snake to kill. When the snake come in your way, kill it. No harm done. Right? But other living entities. So we just have some compassion. All right. When we look at a living entity, say, what karma have you done that you are here? But that is not to find fault on that cockroach or the snail. Tell yourself, if I am not going to make full use of my existence, I will end up like them. I'm going to end up like them. And I'm going to run in anxiety. You see, the cockroach doesn't take a stroll. It just run there, run here. When you see a human, it runs even faster. When you see a human, you get panic. All right. In that panic, it run to you. You get so scared, you jump and crush it. Anyway. So then, freedom from what they call? How you say it? Covetous. Freedom from covetousness. What is covetousness means? Okay. Covetousness means, that means showing a great desire to possess something. Burning desire. Okay. Burning desire to own something, which is belong to someone. Which is belong to someone. Right. It's quite famous in India, especially during that the Muslim ruler, like what is called the fellow built Taj Mahal. What is he? Shah Jahan. Right? He was so interested in his brother's wife, and he killed him and just to enjoy the brother's wife. And after she died, he built the Taj Mahal. It seems God knows what is the true story. So that is freedom of covetousness. That means we are not interested in other people's property. All right. So that means showing a great desire to possess something belongs to someone else. Right? When someone has something nice, you feel like having it. No, that's bad. Gentleness, modesty, steady determination. You have to be very steady in your determination. Even though your path to bhakti is still not perfect, it's okay. Remain steady. Remain determined. All right? Because we have fault. Krishna will remove the fault. Okay, but we have to be steady in our determination. Vigor. I don't know how you spell it. How you say, Mataji? Vigor or vigor? Okay. Vigor. All right. The spelling is vigor. So vigor means you must have this is what they call spiritual, physical strength and good health. You have to be very forgiveness. So vigor means that means you have to take care of your body. You have to eat on time. Not simply eat whenever you feel like it. Like Nasi Kanda, they are open 24 hours. Once when I went to the Nasi Kanda shop for the first time in Penang, around 2 o'clock in the morning when we were traveling from Alusta, we are traveling back after a business trip. My worker wanted to eat something, so I went there. He was sitting, and I asked, I said, I don't. Then I asked, the guy looks like from India. I said, where you're from? Which part of India? He said, then I asked, but why you look so sick? He said, oh, then I asked, are you a new arrival? He said, yeah, I just came here a few days ago. I said, okay, but few days itself, now you start to homesick, is it? He said, no, I'm surprised how these people can eat this at the middle of the night. In Tamil, the way he said it was very funny. The way he asked. The way he said, in the middle of the night, I don't know how they can eat this rubbish. Will it digest? So that's the thing. So we have to look after our body. We cannot eat as we like. Have lunch by 12 noon when the sun is exactly on the top of your head. Right? Forgiveness. Be easy to forgive others. Don't keep grudge. Because, okay, fortitude. All right, cleanliness and freedom from envy, from the passion for honor. So that means we have freedom from envy. We don't get jealous or we envy. At the same time, passion for honor. When people, sometimes you go, when people don't honor you, all right, you do so much of seva and people don't recognize you. Example, okay, it happens. You do most of the seva, but there's one guy come and give a big fat donation. And the chairman president is standing, no, okay, thank you all for coming. We did a great job. And also, I would like to thank Mr. X for giving a big donation. He did a greatest seva for the temple. And you'll be thinking, then what did I do? I made the flower garland. I brought the boga. I prepared the kitchen. All cooked. I was running like a mad fleur from morning till night. Didn't even have a proper sleep. And these guys come and give a big give some fat donation. You are telling that he's done the greatest seva. And you get angry. No, don't bother. Right? We are servant. Always remember this one term. We are servant. If we are a mate don't deserve any kind of honor. Yes or not? When the mate cooks something very tasty, you don't praise her. When your mate make the house very clean, you don't praise her. But if the mate makes some small mistake, you criticize her. Hey, apa, ini tak boleh buat. You shout at her. So that means, in other words, mate don't deserve. So we are always must keep our mind thinking, I am the maid servant of Krishna. And I don't deserve any honor or dishonor. If for honor or dishonor, I just don't care. All right. Of course, this is something which is not easy to adapt, but try to think about it and pray to Krishna that you can come into that level of discipline. By doing this, you're not ignorant, you're not a fool, and you're not a coward. Only a great personality only can do this. Always remember that. Oh, I think I'm a coward. No, just forgive. Only the great man can forgive. All right. So these transcendental qualities, Krishna says, belong to who? Godly men. And this godly men by endowed, that means given with divine nature. That means fills with divine nature. Okay. Wow, this is I took a so long time. My God, Krishna. Now it's 10:26. Oh boy. Shall we take a short break? No, we are still in first one, Krishna. Please forgive me. After this, I start rush. We take now it's 10:23, 10:26. We just take 2 minutes break. Okay, I want to go to the washroom. Then we come back and we continue. Is that okay? Hello? Anybody home?
Fine, Babu, fine.
Okay, all right. Okay. Just take a short break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Now let's look at this. So what is the qualities? Okay. Now, quality, fearlessness, abhayam. Okay. Who is the Varna ashram? The one who is in the sannyasi. Complete dependence on Lord's mercy. Purification of one's existence. Okay. Is sannyasi. That means strictly following the rules and regulation, especially forbidden intimate association with women. Cultivation of knowledge. Also sannyasa gives knowledge to the householders. Charity. The charity will be done by grihastha in the mode of goodness, right place, time, and person. Okay, you have to give charity to the right place, right person, at the right time. Self-control. Everyone, especially grihastha, because sex life should be used for propagating Krishna-conscious children. Sacrifice, grihastha have to do it. The Sankirtana Yagya for this age. So that's why sacrifice means like how you can sacrifice some of your money to distribute books, especially because I always believe book distribution is the topmost service. Okay, that's my own experience and my passion actually. Vedic study, brahmachari, engagement in the mind of the study of the Vedic literature. All right, now let's look at this. So austerity, every ashram, that means whether you are a grihastha, brahmachari, whoever it is, everybody should follow austerity. That means body, mind, tongue, details in chapter 17, of course, we will study that. Simplicity, all, simple and straightforward. Non-violence, everyone, not checking progressive life of any other living entity. That means we shouldn't kill any other living entity to what? To checking. That means when you kill an animal, as I said just like the day, few days ago, and a cow has a lifespan of 20 years. But what happens if you kill it in 5 years? So the cow have to be born again and keep progressing. So that means you are checking their progress. Okay. Truthfulness, all, not distort the truth for some personal interest. Okay, big example is misinterpret Bhagavad Gita. Right? You simply talk Bhagavad Gita, misinterpret. It is not good. Freedom from anger. Even there's a provocation. One should be tolerant. Anger is a product of passion and lust. Okay. Renunciation. Use things properly in Krishna consciousness. They call Yukta Vairagya. So everyone can perform renunciation. So that means if you have a car, you're going to use it for Krishna service, like going to temple or taking a devotee for Sankirtan. All right. Or carrying a book to meet a friend. All these things called Yukta Vairagya. Use whatever you have for the service of the Lord. And tranquility is everybody must follow, which is peaceful and equipoised. All right. Now, aversion to fault finding. All right. All must be, make sure that is it. No unnecessary fault finding. Compassion for all living entities. Everybody have to follow. Give spiritual knowledge, prashadam, books, and holy name. Okay. There's a compassion for living entities. Freedom of covetousness. Greedy, charity, covetousness, in other words, also can call as greedy. All right. The charity and renunciation. Gentleness, friendliness to all living entity. Modesty, do not perform abominable action and be very modest. Steady determination, not agitated or frustrated in his effort, regardless of failure. All right. Whether you fail or what, you don't get agitated, don't get frustrated. Remain calm. Vigor, Kshatriya, able to give protection to those who need it. Then forgiveness, everyone, especially Kshatriya. Forgive minor offenses of others when one is able to curb down his enemies. He may undergo certain condition to show forgiveness. Fortitude, everyone, especially Kshatriya. Mental and emotional strength when facing difficult situation. Cleanliness, everyone, especially internal, mind and heart. External body in the dealing with others. Freedom from envy, not resentful of another. Freedom from passion and honor, everyone have to follow, especially Shudras. Okay, because Shudras is the one always get agitated very easily. So must respect others. One should not be puffed up with unnecessary prestige or honor, but remain in one's own status. Okay, 4. Dambo darpa bimanascha kroda parushyam evacha anyanam chabijatasya partha sampadam asurim. Those pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those demoniac nature, O son of Pratha. That means pride, arrogant, conceit, all right, anger, harshness, and ignorance. So conceit, in other words, in business term, what they call it, in Tamil we call tandram, vyabara tandram. What they call in English, tandram. I get the thing. All right. You know what is conceit, right? Do you know what conceit means?
Hidung tinggi, Prabhu.
Hidung tinggi. Hidung tinggi. Yes. Hidung tinggi. Correct. All right. That is excessively proud. Yes, correct. Hidung tinggi. Okay. All the words are remaining. No. Okay. That means excessively proud. Okay. It's not vyabara tandram. Okay. That's a wrong word. So its conceit means hidung tinggi. Or that means excessively proud. Anger and very harsh and ignorance. All quality of this thing. And this is the what they call highway to hell. All right. Now 5. Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibanda Yasuri Mata Mashucha Sampadang Daiving Abhijatosi Pandava. Right? The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation. So these transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demoniac qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born in the divine qualities. All right. 6. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Davabhuta Sargalo Kesmin Daiva Sura Evacha Daivo Vistarasha Prokta Asurang Partame Shrinu. O son of Pratha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called divine and the other called demoniac. I have already explained to you the length of divine qualities. Now hear from me the demoniac. So now let's see what are the demoniac qualities. Pravritim cha nivirtim cha janana vidur asura na shaucham na pichacharo na satyang teshu vidyate. Right? Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness, nor proper behavior, nor truth found in them. Pravritim, right? Pravritim, nivritim. That means they don't know what to do and what not to do. Janana vidur asura. Na shaucham. Shaucham means cleanliness. All right? Na satyam. Na satyam means they cannot keep their word. They are always, what they call, no, there's no truth. Na satyam means truth. Na satyam means there's no truth found in them. 13 to 15. Idam adya maya labdam emang prapsye manoratam idam astidam apime bhavishyati punardanam asav maya hata shatru anishe chaparanapi ishvaroham ahang bogi siddhoham balavan sukhi adyo bijanavan asmi konyosti sadrisho maya yakshe dashyami modishya ityajnana vimohitaha. The demonic person thinks, so much of wealth I have today. Okay, this is something very interesting. So let's see how the demonic people think. When I think about this, I think about my cousins. Okay, anyway, so fancy. I suppose to be very. See, I'm not wearing this mala, pavitra. Now, may I? Okay. So the demonic person thinks, so much wealth wealth do I have today? That means now I got so much of wealth. And I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future. More and more. He is my enemy, and I have to kill him. And my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. Okay? I shall perform sacrifice. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Okay? So this is what sometimes when you see if you are in business family, it's quite common, you can see, especially in my side, I've got a lot of relations who are this. They always think like that. I have so much of wealth today, and I'm still gain. All right? So much is mine, and more will increase. He's my enemy. Of course, we don't talk about killing enemy. So I will kill enemy means I will like destroy him, destroy his business. So he won't come near me. Right? And all the flow come and see, I'll destroy him. I am the Lord. I am the enjoyer. I'm perfect, powerful, and happy. Okay? I'm so many. That means like you see, like especially in India, if we see people who are so rich, they are worshipped as God. Okay, because I was so sick, I'm perfect, I'm happy. I am the richest man, and I'm sort of an aristocrat family. Sometimes when people ask, especially when once I went to India, they ask, who am I? So I need to tell that this particular, this is my uncle, and this I came from this family, and my grandfather is this. Oh, really? You're from that family? Come, give you a good treatment. But when I saw this, I started to realize, oh, okay. Now they ask, who's my family? I said, I'm this. The devotee is my family. The guru and acharyas are my forefathers, my father and forefathers, and this thing. So anyway, so in fact, I don't associate with them anymore already. So there's like this. So this is basically are the what they call a nature of a demoniac person. All right, now 19 and 20. Tannahang divishata kruran sangsare sunaradaman shipamya jashram ashuban ashureva yonishu ashurim yoniyapanna mudda janmani mam aprapyaiva kaunteya tato yantyadamang gatim. Muda means fool. Janmani, birth after birth. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast them into the ocean of material existence in various demonic species of life. Even when you talk about human being, they go into imagine this is you find it in Andaman Nicobar. There's one island that India government banned people from going there because people here is extremely violent, all right, and cannibal. So that means they say that if those who are envious and mischievous, envious is very dangerous, right? Envious means jealous. When you see some people jealous, oh, look at the face, oh, envious, look at envious. At the same time, mischievous, create problem. Okay, these are the people are called lowest among men. And Krishna says, I perpetually, intentionally, I cast them into the ocean of material existence, right? Into various demonic species of life. Then after that, Krishna continues, attaining repeated birth among these species of demoniac life. I mean, after going through this kind of demoniac life, these species, O son of Kunti, such person can never approach me. They can never approach me. But then he says, the scariest part, gradually they will sink down to the most abominable type of existence. That means back to the animal kingdom. So that means first we take form in a very abominable human being, this thing. And from there we start to sink down to animal kingdom. That's why sometimes when we take a birth as a, when we come from heaven, we fall back to the earth, we born in the family of rich and aristocrat. So like just now, all the qualities you can find in the rich and aristocrat kind of life. Okay? Rich and aristocrat, they are quite common to have this kind of thoughts. They don't even respect anyone. Even the police they can buy because they have the power of money. So by doing that, the following birth, they'll come born into this kind of this thing, and eventually they sink down to animal kingdom. That's why the Veda Shastra says it is not worth to think about going to heaven. Because after that, after you enjoy 10,000 years and you come back, that's it, you're gone case. Now, let's look at this, 21. Okay, what Krishna says here. Trividang narakeshedang dwarang nashanam atmana kama krodas tata lobas tasmat eta trayam taje dwaram nashanam atmana. You destroy. So Krishna, there are 3 gates leading to hell. There's a 3 gates leading to hell. Lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give this up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Dwaram nashanam atmana. Nashanam is even destruction to the soul. So it's a degradation, all right, of the soul. We get so degraded. So we always have to check and balance again. Did I feel lust today? Did I feel anger today? Did I have greed today? Lust is not meant for women. We are talking about lust means undesire. That burning desire that you really wanted. Okay? So these 3 is the royal route to heaven. 23. Ya shastra vidyam utsrijya vartate kamakarata na samsiddhim avapnoti na sukang na parangatim. He would discard scriptural injunction. These Vedas are nonsense lah. It doesn't suit me lah. Would discard spiritual injunction and acts according to his own whims. I don't bother about this. I just do my way. Attains neither perfection nor happiness. They won't attain perfection. They don't attain happiness nor the supreme destination. So to live whimsically, okay, these are just like this thing. What are the whimsical things? Meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, including umpat eko, Right, you're going to try and put echo, gambling. And intoxication. It's just like a atom bomb. Can you see the fire behind? It's just like a atom bomb. It destroys everything. It's the fourth pillar of sin. 24. Tasmat chastram paramanam te karya karya vyavastito nyatva shastra vidanoktam karma kartum iharhasi. One should therefore understand what is duty, what is not duty, by the regulation of the scriptures. Karya karya. Karya karya. Karya means activity, duty or job. Okay. So that means through the Nyatva Sastra. Jnana means knowledge of the Sastra. Okay. So knowing such rules and regulation, one should act karma kartum, karma, activity, act so that he may gradually be elevated. Again, what it says, gradual. Because sometimes the habit cannot be given up. What is habit? H-A-B-I-T. Yes or not? You remove T. You remove H from habit, H-A-B-I-T. You remove H, a beat. You remove A, beat. You remove B, eat. So very hard to give up. So what Krishna is saying? Gradual process. Right? So how? One should therefore understand what is duty and not duty. All right? By the regulation of the scripture. Knowing such rules and regulation. That means he said knowing. He didn't say practicing. He said by knowing such rules and regulation, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. That means slowly and gradually, first know the rules first and try to follow step by step. So as we studied that day, in Satya Yuga, demons and demigods are in different planets. All right. In Satya Yuga, the demons and the demigods were in different planets. There's a demonic planet and there's a in Treta Yuga, demons and demigods were in different cities, like how Rama, Ayodhya, and Lanka. In Dwapara Yuga, demons and demigods were in the same family. In the same Kaurava family, there was a Kaurava and Pandava in the same family. But in Kali Yuga, the divine and demoniac qualities are in the same person. Right? In the same person. The person can look very humble, very distinct, tolerant, but he can be a great demon. Right? Like for instance, Hitler looks so calm. He doesn't look so like a threat. And Hitler is a vegetarian somehow. Hitler is a vegetarian. And he is one of the greatest demon of modern era. Modern century. It's the worst demon of the modern century. So it's like that. So nowadays you see all the people look so nice, so divine, but behind the intention can be terrible. So in Kali Yuga, both are in the same person. So in order to get rid of all these things and to be perfectly situated and to be in this thing, take the formula RDC. All right. Read Bhagavad Gita, distribute Bhagavad Gita and chant Hare Krishna. At least by distributing Bhagavad Gita, any house that you go, the Bhagavad Gita goes in, at least we can curb the demoniac nature of that person, that gradually that person can become a great devotee. All right. So with this, we end the session. Is there any questions, any comment? Hare Krishna?
No question today, Prabhu.
All clear?
I'll come back tonight.
Chong Prabhu, can you send me your address?
Yeah.
I already prepared. I already I've already wrapped it. I need to send the parcel guy.
I want to couple with some book lah.
Oh, you want books? How many books?
Maybe 5 set.
5
Or
books.
Is it okay?
Can. No, with me, I think I got around 3 or 4 because I need to go to the center to take.
I see. Then if if 3 also never mind. 4 also never mind.
And also, okay.
You give me the cost. I revert first.
So
Oh.
you want with the Japamala set, or you just want the book alone?
No, together lah. As
All one
a
set.
oh.
Okay, can. Ah, I got 5, yes. Because I pre-packed 2 and I got 3. Yes, I got 5.
Oh.
All right, sure. I already packed and I kept, and I just want to put your name and just send us off.
3 also can, whatever it is lah.
Can.
If whatever. Another thing is because I cannot send to my house because I will give you the center address. Can you send there?
Can, no problem.
Okay.
Which center, Prabhu?
ISKCON JB.
Yeah, JB got many.
ISKCON Johor Bahru itself. The name is ISKCON Johor Bahru. The other one ISKCON Skudai, ISKCON Senai.
The Brow?
Tebrau. ISKCON Senai. I think there's one ISKCON Skudai.
Yes.
Then my side one is ISKCON Johor Bahru lah.
Oh, I see. Right. Can, no problem.
I think because I used to those postal address I put there.
Oh, okay.
Because my house is a Christian home lah.
Oh, I see.
You know lah, of chaos So quite have to I do it low profile lah.
I see.
Yeah. If we had a chance to meet again, you can help me on this. This
There's one secret, Prabhu. Which see, when I married to my wife, she was not a devotee. My mother was again not devotees and everything. My children, of course, born vegetarian devotee. Of course, they can't. So I was told every day you take a flower and offer to Prabhupada and ask and plead Prabhupada and say that, dear Prabhupada, please make my family get the taste for Bhakti. Please make them a devotee. So I do that every day. I just take some flower and put at the lotus feet of Prabhupada and pray, please make my wife a devotee. Please make my children a devotee. I mean, my mother a devotee. Because if they are not devotees, so hard, right? So hard to practice. But to my surprise, it works. It worked. So every day when you go to the center, you just bring some flower, just offer it, just say, please, Prabhupada, please change my wife's heart or my children's heart or whatever. Make them a devotee. It works. Anyway, leave it to Krishna. What we can do, it's all Krishna's pre-planned. All of them are pre-planned. Okay. Any other questions? Any comment?
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hari. Prabhu. We are learning. I'm learning. I'm just a newcomer. So I'm listening to you more. So I'm very happy about that.
Is there any transformation?
Yeah, there is, and I'm realizing it. So definitely your knowledge is more deeper. I'm learning. So we are a newcomer, Prabhu. So learning.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
But it's okay. It's not heavy, yeah?
No. I'm understanding it.
Right.
Thank you, Hari. Hare Krishna.
This Gita Gyan program is divided to part 1 and part 2. So what I did, I combined both part 1, part 2. So I just give part 2. That means go details. Sometimes I wonder, people can take it.
No, very good, Prabhu. Very clear.
All right,
Yes,
very good.
I've already been before, one set before, last year, 18 days of this Gita Gyan.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the second time coming into it through my brother. Thanks a lot. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And also please do me a favor, because we are starting our September program. Hope that you can talk about it, introduce many people to come and have a look. All right?
Hopefully, yes. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, with that we'll end.
Sorry, Prabhu. Is there a Gita 3? Gita Gyan level 3?
Yes.
You teaching, Prabhu? Sorry.
I have printed here. The
Sorry,
one
Prabhu.
this class that's going, it is 1, 2, 3 combined.
Wow, Prabhu, this is
Because
genius.
level 3 is going to go into even more further. That's why I just combine everything.
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you.
Prabhu was asking about that phrase. We read the phrase. We are going so much deep. We are talking about Paramatma, Brahma, this thing. All these are considered level 3, even beyond level 3. So the way that I am running this place is just like how you study Bhakti Sastri. Degree.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't need to attend level 3 lah.
Level
Well, someone or CJ Prabhu said that there's level 2 and level 3, and he encouraged me to go.
anyone
But that one I don't know yet. I was hoping that I get the same teacher lah.
Prabhu is one of my big mentor. He's the one that encouraged me to distribute books. He's such a wonderful devotee. So he's one of that person in charge for this Gita Gyan program Malaysia. And Gita Gyan program is organized by ISKCON Malaysia. And after that, they promote, then and we teachers all get ready. They assign, you take this much of student, you do the program. After you finish part 1, then you go to part 2. And after you finish part 2, you go to part 3. So that's a arrangement actually. So what I do, I'm just waiting for them to start the program. And it's a feeling like it's a delaying, right? It's delaying.
Yes. Yes.
Jagannath Prabhu personally told me, don't wait for anyone, just go on doing it. So what he have told me is instruction, direct instruction. In fact, I still have it, the WhatsApp message, even though he passed away 2 years ago, but I treasure that WhatsApp message, right? So I'm just keeping it because every day I'm just saying, keep going. So that's what CJ Prabhu is actually meant. So that means now you go to the level 3.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you very much, Prabhu. I'm really glad that, like I
please
say
tell
lah. Yes.
him that
Yes.
that we are combining 1, 2, 3 all Roja, all compressed.
Yes, I think time is so precious now. So I really appreciate this, Prabhu.
Yeah, like being a businessman, I always take opportunist. So when I get the time, I give everything. Rather than, okay, do level 1. Will you like to come for level 2? Maybe some of them will break away. And level 3, Anunita already know already. I don't want to take the risk. So while I can, just give everything.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Pancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhyavacha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo. Hare Krishna. Have a beautiful Monday and happy Balaram Purnima. Hope you have a good day, and we meet again tonight at 7:30. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
You're lucky.